All right, so let's get right into this tutorial. Up here at your top right corner, you have something that says new project. You want to click that and then choose blank canvas. Your screen should look something like this now. If you have grid lines and you want to get rid of them, you can go to the top right corner where it has your name, click that, choose settings, come over to canvas, and you can choose between full grid, partial grid, or no grid. And then you will just hit done. Next step will be to come down here to your bottom left where it says 100%. You want to hit that minus button until you get to 25%. And the reason why I go down to 25% is so that when I add my shape to my screen, it's already zoomed out for me. That's really it. Okay. So next thing, we want to come over here to shapes and we want to choose the pointed square. The pointed square. Click that. You want to hit this arrow to hide that toolbar out the way. You want to come up here to the top where it says size, and you want to hit this lockbox. You want to unlock it. Whenever you're typing in specific dimensions, you want to unlock it at all times, okay? So for the width, I'm going to do 30. For the height, I'm going to do 18, okay? Now I'm going to grab this square from the center and just pull it right to my face, right here to where I'm looking at, okay? I'm going to come over here to the top left, hit this black square, and change it to the color brown. Okay? We're going to duplicate this brown square. Come over here to your right, hit this plus sign, duplicate. We're going to change this square to, let's just do blue for right now. And we're going to unlock it, and we're going to make the width 1. So we have a vertical line going up and down right there, like so. We're going to duplicate that line. We're going to unlock it. And then we're going to make the width 30 and 1. Because we want a horizontal line. Just like that. We're going to highlight all of this. We're going to come up to a line. And we're going to hit center. Just to make sure they are both in the center. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit command. You may have to hit shift or something else. But it's whatever you have to do to be able to capture more than one thing at a time, basically. So I'm going to hit square basic cut, and I'm going to hit combine, weld. And now they are welded together. It's just one line now. It's like a big cross. Okay? So that's what welding does. Make several pieces into one piece, basically. So now let's go over to images, and let's type in bow. You can hit advanced search, and you can choose between any of the bows that are available to you. Okay. Now this is the one that I get. So I'm going to click this one. I'm going to hit that plus sign. Then I'm going to hit this X to get back to my main screen. Now you can make this bow whatever color you want it. Okay. Now you can go over here to where there's this group button here. Ungroup. So it's group and ungroup basically. But you're going to ungroup it. And you will have 2 layers to the bow, basically. I'm going to undo that right quick. Take it back. So let's say you want to make that back portion, the outline of the bow, white. And then you want to make the front of the bow, maybe like a darker pink, maybe. Blue and pink kind of go together. Okay. So I'm going to highlight both of these together. I'm just going to take it over here. See how they look. Now, if you want to do something like that, you can do it that color scheme. Your choice. At this point, it's just about visualization at this point. That's all it is. Okay? So, I do try to make sure that this knot here is in the center of this cross area. I try not to put it all the way up here, but that's what you want. You can do that. You put it wherever you want. But I prefer my knot to be in the center of the line here. Okay? So, now I'm going to highlight all of this. Just like that. I'm going to duplicate it, bring one down. I'm going to actually delete the line off the top one. So I'm clicking the blue line, trash can. I'm coming down here and I'm going to delete the bow. So I'm taking off these 2 pieces. I'm going to highlight both of these, trash can. So one piece is my bow, one piece is just my line. Okay. I'm going to hit command again. And I'm going to hit the bow basic cut, the other bow basic cut, and I'm going to hit slice because all I want is the outline of the bow. If you saw my video, I started off with the outline, then I removed the stencil, and then I filled the bow back in, and then did the line. Okay, so I'm going to delete both of these bows. I'm going to highlight the cross portion down here. I'm going to slice it, and I'm going to drag this off, and you're going to delete both of these. Okay, that's trash. So now you're left with both of these pieces. I'm sorry, I moved it too fast. So now we have to get this here sliced to this piece. So I'm going to highlight just this and hit slice. And it still looked the same exact way. It just wasn't stuck on there. So like when I did it the first time, I thought I did slice it because of how it looks. And it's just because it's white. Let me change a different color. Let's say I change it to black. Maybe I could do it better. So like if it was changed to black, it would look like that. But let's delete this again. I'm gonna highlight, slice, bring it over. I'm deleting both of these pieces, a white and brown piece. I'm left with this and this. So now what we need to do, I'm gonna actually go ahead and slice it to 3 pieces first. Usually I add my lines where I need to go first, but because I may have to split it where I don't really want to split it at, I'm gonna have to add additional lines. I'm just gonna split it up first. So we'll come over here to shapes, get the pointed square, hit the back arrow, and then we're gonna make this square 11.5 and 22.5, and I did unlock it first. Okay. Now the reason why it's 11.5 and 22.5 is because your Cricut mat is a 12 by 24. Your designs cannot exceed 11.5 and 22 and 23 and a half actually, but we don't really need to go over 22 and a half anyways. So yeah, just 11 and a half, 22 and a half for the sake of the Cricut mat, basically. So now I'm gonna duplicate this a few times, just until I got enough on the screen. I'm gonna take one, and this one may fill the entire bow. Let's see. So let's go to arrange, center back, and if we can fit the whole bow in there, that's what we're gonna do. We want to make sure that you have a little black showing at the top, just like so. Try to fit that whole bow in there, and it is. None of it is hanging out. Like I said, have some black at the top. You're going to highlight and slice. Delete this piece here, and you're left with just that piece. Okay? So this will be one piece that you will lay on top of this piece, when it's time to paint it, okay? Take another rectangle, do arrange, center back, bring it right here, just to the edge of this like this. So I have a little bit black on the side and at the top. Gonna highlight, slice, bring that over, bring this over, and you're gonna delete these 2 black pieces here. Highlight, delete. Get you another black rectangle, take it over here, arrange, center back. This already good, got a little bit of edge showing on this side, got some edge showing at the top. We're gonna highlight, slice, drag this over, delete 2 of these blacks, okay? Trash. And then this piece here is like going to be your cross, like the line basically on the doormat. And then this is your bow piece that end up going on top of there, okay? So now we have to add these lines to keep these pieces together. So this is one piece over here, this is our middle piece, and this is this piece. So this square piece is not connected to this piece right here. So if you were to cut this stencil out, for instance, you would literally get this piece and this piece separately. And you would have to be connecting all these together. Well, the easiest thing to do for me is what I do is I get this rectangle here. I unlock it and I change the width to 0.12 and the height to 2. I grab this line and I stick it right there. So now these 2 are going to be holding each other together. Okay? I'm going to duplicate that line. And I'm going to take another one and put it right here. Because these 2 are also loose pieces and I want them to be connected. Okay? Click it again. Let's do this other one. Put one right there. And I need one over here. Oops. That may happen to you sometimes. Put that one over there. But also with this middle piece here, this will be one piece, this will be one whole piece. But I want all this to come together. I don't have time to be putting pieces together. And you won't either. So you're gonna duplicate that and you're gonna rotate it to a 90-degree angle. And I'm gonna make it go across just like that. Duplicate it again and make that one go across. Okay? So I'm gonna highlight this, combine, weld. Highlight this piece, combine, weld. Highlight this last one, combine, weld. Now, they all gonna be stuck together. So these two gonna come together in one whole piece. Long as this line right here don't break when you remove off off the Cricut mat. And then these four will come together in one whole piece, and so will this one. So now let's focus on this bow. So now we gotta add some lines here. So let's get this other rectangle. Let's unlock it. Let's also do 0.12. Oops. 0.12 and 2. Now, for this portion, if you're looking at this and you're like, I already don't even know where the line's supposed to go, I'll tell you something that can help you. You want to click the stencil. You want to come over here to contour. And if you look at this, you can see if you like hover over it, it shows the different brown, the green pieces. Those are the pieces that are loose pieces. So basically like this piece here is loose, which needs a line to hold it in place. You got this little portion here, this portion here, all of this here, this little piece here, this here, and the knot in the center. Okay? So a line gonna have to hold all that together. So I'm gonna use this line. I'm gonna start at the top of that right there. And I'm gonna hit the up arrow on the height side. And I'm just gonna keep hitting that up arrow until it comes out and hit right there. Okay? I'm just doing one long line going straight down. I'm gonna put another one just like that on that side. I'm gonna duplicate this line. And I'm going to take one right there in the center of that knot, just like that. I'm going to duplicate it again. I'm going to change this one to a 90-degree angle. And I'm going to put this one like that, straight across. Going to put another one over here. I'm actually going to angle this one so it can look like that. And that's going to hold that in. And you're going to highlight, combine, weld. Now let's go to contour. See, now you do that, you see how it's not individual pieces anymore that's turning green? That lets you know all your lines or all your inner pieces are now secured. Okay? And that's it. That is literally it. And then you're just going to delete these two pieces. You'll come over here to make. You will look at this screen here, and this will show you how your poster board needs to be placed on your Cricut mat. It's showing you that, you're going to have a 22 by 28 piece of poster board, long ways, where it's hanging off the bottom of the mat. You're going to start that poster board at the corner of your grid line and cut it all the way to the 12 and cut straight down. Okay? Now, if you want to trim off this bottom portion, you can do that too. That's perfectly fine. That's up to you. But I don't. I don't trim the bottom. I just trim from the top to the bottom. That's it. From up here to straight down. Cut number 2 is going to tell you the corner of the grid line to around the 11. Cut a little past 11 actually. Okay, just in case you cut in too much. Just cut past 11. Cut to the 12 at this point to give you some wiggle room. So cut to the 12 for that one. For this one, about the same thing. Just cut to the 12. For cut number 4, corner of the grid line to about, just cut the 9. Like I said, wiggle room. You want that wiggle room in case your cutting is way off. But yeah, just cut straight down. And then you will do the ribbon first. Now you can go back to refer to my Facebook video to see that. Ribbon outline first. Go in and fill in the ribbon in whatever color you're going to do it in. Let it dry. Now, I did use a blow dryer. I heard a blow dryer to dry it up faster before I put the lines. And then from there, you just add them lines on there and you're good to go. Okay? Now, if y'all have any more questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments.